Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I hope your week's off to a good start. Mine's off to a good start, but the house is a little empty here. Alyssa just got in a taxi. It's a Monday here when I'm shooting the video. Alyssa just got in a taxi about half an hour ago. And it was such a pleasure to have another raw vegan around with me. And that's why partially I'll talk about that throughout the subject of this video. I've had a number of people ask me on social media, and I've actually had a few comments about everybody seeing the Costa Rica Fruit Festival that's going to be next month. And everybody kind of keeps asking me if I'm going to go. And no, I'm not going to go, and I will tell you why I'm not going to go. It's only because I'm kind of isolated. And I'm not complaining. I love being on this property, but part of the deal of me, taking care of this property and not paying rent and not having any bills and getting a little, some other opportunities here is for me to watch the property and for me to be here. Now, if we didn't have guests, I could have possibly swung something, although it's really tough, but we have somebody that's renting the house for 2.5 weeks. And actually it's an Ashtanga yoga person, so I really kind of want to be here to connect. But I've been looking into this more lately. Since I wasn't going to be able to go, I hadn't paid a whole lot of attention except knowing, about where it was and just knowing it was a fruit festival. Well, recently I've started looking into it a little bit more. I ran into one of the organizers and one of the young men that's going to be a presenter at the festival. Saturday was a week ago at the farmers market in San Jose. Nice guy, and he is actually living with roommates with another guy that's a friend of mine. I consider him a friend. I actually met him one time last September when I was down in the Tenemaste area. So there's going to be some good people there. So I went to the site yesterday. I started talking to Trey and I said, well, since people are asking me about this, I messaged him on Facebook and said, well, I think I'll do a video just to give some people, just to put it out there. And also I can tell the people why I wasn't able to go. It looks like the more I'm looking at it, I'm kind of jealous. It looks like it's really going to be a good one. And I think this is the first one, and this one looks like it's going to be off the hook. I wrote down some notes here just so I can tell you what's going to be going on. Now, it's going to be September 16th through 23rd at Punta Mona. That's over on the Caribbean side. Now, I'm not going to give you a lot of more details than what I'm giving in here because I'm going to, in the description, I'm going to put a link to the website for the Fruit Festival, and I'm going to put a link to the promotional video. But just to kind of give you an idea, there's going to be a wide range of workshops on holistic health, plant-based nutrition, permaculture, food forestry, community building, conflict resolution, eco-village design, urban gardening, composting, pruning fruit trees, grafting, farm tours, medicinal plant walks, herbal medicine making, iridology, mind mapping, and more. Now, what I really like seeing in there is like the community building, the permaculture, the food forestry. It's moving towards a sustainable. They've got a sustainable way of thinking going here, and that's what they're sharing here. And I mean, that is like, it's cool to go and hang out with like-minded people and eat the fruit, but this looks like some next level stuff here because this is the kind of stuff we need to learn how to do. People ask me all the time if I'm growing or where am I going to grow or why am I going to grow. And maybe I should be doing something small, but I'm just ready to get to my kind of settled place. This place is very impermanent. And the last place I was at, I was always thinking I was going to be leaving. It was a rental, but this stuff is mega important. I mean, that's my end game for me, is just having a little place and growing my own food and being as sustainable as possible. They're going to have, as far as food and stuff goes, and I've seen some of the food. They're getting I didn't know durian was here. They're getting durian. They're getting jackfruit. They're getting a lot of amazing stuff. I'm seeing like fruit hauls from some of my friends, and I'm seeing some of the projects they have going on, the growing projects. They're going to have a daily unlimited exotic fruit buffet with salad bar and prepared low-fat raw vegan dishes, along with fresh coconut water and fresh fruit juices. There are going to be daily yoga and movement classes, and there's going to be a lot of body workers there, massage, Reiki. And these are not just like touchy-feely. I read into them, and I'm familiar with one of them through a friend of a friend. And this is like real body work. They get serious into it. It's not just like, just kind of somebody that studied the basics of massage, and nothing wrong with that. I've gotten I haven't ever really had any like real true professional body work. Some of the people on there, definitely look at the presenters. Now, there was a couple of names. There's a number of presenters I'd be interested in. Like I say, my friend Trey, he's going to be a presenter. Another friend, Xander, you might have heard his whole program is Ape Living. He's going to be a presenter. I'd be real interested in seeing both of them. John Kohler is going to be there. So when you're talking about the growing and the organic and the permaculture, I mean, that's like a heavyweight right there. I'd love to see I'd love to hear some of his talks on growing and sustainability and what have you. And then, a name that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. I came across him one of the, really early on my journey, almost 4 years ago, is Dr. Aris Latham. And he does what he calls sun cooking. He doesn't really, it's just like he's all about the Caribbean, and he does a lot of his recipes out in the sun, but he's raw, and he's a very, I don't know how old Dr. Latham is, but he's long-term been doing this thing. So, there's wisdom to be gained from these people that have been doing the lifestyle maybe 20 or 30 plus years. And, I've got, after having spent the last 10 days here with Melissa, it has made me more aware that even though I'm a loner and I'm probably not going to change a whole lot, I do need some people around me, and I need like-minded people. And this 2 weeks has just really showed me the value, and why I would actually probably go to a few of these gatherings and fruit festivals now is because if you haven't experienced it yet, and this was kind of my first time with her, there's value to be had around being around like-minded people. Hey, you do what you can do. You live in the real world. You've got families, you've got friends, and you're always going to love them, and you got time. But if you can carve out some time, or if you can get away and make a vacation to get away for something like this, there's no way to quite describe the energy of doing this lifestyle when you're actually around other people. I mean, it's just like, I think that's why I'm kind of wandering around a little bit this morning, is because I got used to eating with somebody every meal and not splitting up, well, I'll eat this, you eat that. And it was really nice. But I would definitely recommend you guys, and there's still time to get in on this, I would recommend you go to the site, check it out. Definitely check out the promotional video. I was really impressed. The promotional video is good. It gives it's a nice video. It's well done. But I think this may jump up and become one of the big festivals in the future, because like I say, I like so much of what I see down here, like I say, with the growing. And that is something that a lot of I would say, even if they're not all raw vegan, there's a lot of little communities down here that eat plant-based, eat a lot of fruit. They may not necessarily be in your forums and your groups and identify and be talking raw vegan, raw vegan, raw vegan all the time, but they're really into some cool stuff, because there's a lot of people down here are as much into the growing and producing their food as they are just into, sitting around and eating it and coming up with more and more recipes. Me, I'm interested in it at all. I've been, my eyes have been opened. I'm starting to work on a recipe book now, and but I really, this is where I want to go, this sustainability, growing your own food, getting your hands dirty. So anyway, you guys go and check this out. I hope maybe some people that will see this will still, be able to make it down there. Anyhow, if you like this one, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you guys. Peace.